Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 14. Oh, no. I'm sorry, Isaiah, not Jeremiah. Isaiah chapter 7 and verse 14. This is a prophecy of Yahushua's birth and the sign that would be given of what to expect. Um, the prophets always waited for Yahushua to come on the scene because, and to suffer, and they understood that once he came on the scene and suffered, that the kingdom of heaven would be established. But they thought that it would be established right after his appearance, and that wouldn't happen for you know you know years in the future. It's been about roughly around 2,000 years in the future that this took place, and we're still waiting. Our time is, not the same time as the Most High. Neither are our thoughts or our ways like the Most High. In Second Peter chapter 3, it says that one day with the Lord is 1,000 years, and a 1,000 years is one day. So 1,000 years to us is one day to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So it's been 2,000 years. To the Lord, it's been 2 days. All right. So when they knew that after the Lord suffered, that the kingdom would be established. This is why after he rose from the dead, or after he was resurrected, the apostles asked the Lord, "Will thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?" But it wasn't time then. The empire that they were in had to fall, which was the Roman Empire, and it would have to be revived during the time of the Renaissance. And then we're at the waning years of the second leg of Rome, which is America and her allies, that particular beast, that dragon, and we're in the waning years of the American Empire. 2026, which we're almost there, probably about another 2 weeks or so, will be in 2026, and July 4th of 2026 marks the 250th year of the American Empire, which empires as a whole last about 250 years. And we're at the very end of this empire. You see, if your eyes are open to the prophecies and what's going on, you see this empire falling. You see it coming apart. You see it falling socially, economically, militarily. America doesn't hold the same sway that it did years ago when it was a superpower. It's still a superpower, but when it was the top superpower on the planet, especially after World War II, when they dropped Fat Boy and Little Man, which were two bombs, one hydrogen, the other one neutron and a nitrogen, I believe, or something along those lines. When they dropped that on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that marked the apex of Esau's power, and the world was shook after that. Because Russia, and other nations started to use their agricultural money to build up their arsenal, their military arsenal. And you see today, as America's waning, the other nations are climbing. And this is why they believe that, China believes that they're going to be next to rule. Russia may believe that they're next to rule, so on and so forth. But the next to rule is Yahushai and Yasha Allah, which is the nation of Israel. The real Israelites, beginning with the elect, will be the next rulers on this planet. So we're coming to the waning years of the American Empire, the last and final kingdom of the heathens, beginning or being ruled by the Edomites, the so-called white man. All right.